say the Olympics, right? Like that's our topic for today. Like they made the Olympics political, right? So, but they also had the biggest turnout on viewership in the Olympics because it was streaming this time too, and because of the political, like people tuned in right after the opening ceremonies because of the media how they sensationalize that. So, like, do you think that took away from the Olympics,
I
or do
think
you
every
think
4
it
years,
added to the Olympics?
I think every 4 years is going to grow because the population grows. I mean, the
Yeah.
the viewership matures, so you'll have more people watching it next year too because of population.
But I think also now we have our big dogs competing in the Olympics, whereas before it was all, you had to be, you couldn't be a professional. Now you can have professionals in it. So everyone's favorite players are playing, and then Europe, they always were allowed to play, and compete. Whoever's
With
from
their
their own,
pros,
yeah, from their country.
And it showed. I mean,
but you look at basketball on both sides of it. We needed every one of our professionals.
Yeah.
We needed every single one of them.
Do you think it's that the world has caught up with us?
Oh, it is parity. It's it's like free agent in the NFL. You don't have those teams that just run away. At any given year, anybody can win. And it's the same thing I think with the Olympics. The rest of the world has caught up to us.
I think they have an advantage because they have a little continuity. They can practice year round and they have continuity.
You know what? That's a good point. But at the same time, we have an advantage because we're so big. You know what I mean?
We have pure talent.
But we also have the masses to choose it from. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know what I mean? But I don't see like in diving with China. Who's going to beat China in diving?
Yeah. But what I was saying about the streaming is that it opened it up because you have so many people in the world that have a smartphone that are able to stream and see these things now. Because like for instance, like the Philippines has been around for a long time. I'm half Filipino, right? The last Olympics was their first gold medal ever in women's weightlifting. This time they got a guy that got 2 gold medals for gymnastics, and that's all because they were able to finally see these things to like actually do these things, right? That's all it is, right? Inspire the next generation.
Yeah.
So, I see the last Olympics with Tokyo. I was like, I don't think people are going to be watching the Olympics anymore. But this one kind of brought it back, I think. So
See, let's go back to like the 4x1 relay. Do you know why the other countries run the 4x1 better than us when we got the 4 fastest guys on the track? Do you know why?
Why?
Which one of you guys know why?
Because ours is competing against each other all year round.
Do you? My thought is that we're so individual in the United States that it carries over into our Olympic Games too, and everything. They say, well, what about the teamwork in basketball? Basketball is a team game, so they're going to play well as a team. Track is an individual sport, all right? But when you get 4 people together that's trying to compete for their individual medals themselves, and then all of a sudden they got to go into a team sport, that don't work for Americans because we're so individual. Other countries aren't like that. They have to work together to get a lot of things done in their country.
No, I agree with you. But then it's you take it and you flip it. You look at us in swimming, and we dominate all the relays and it's still an individual sport. You know what I mean?
So now it comes down to racism. Is it just the black kids that's like that? Because you're saying now in swimming.
No, I'm just saying what you said.
I'm just saying, but now let's break it down now. Our 4x1 with the relay, they done well. They won the gold. They didn't drop the baton. They don't run up on each other. They don't look out of balance. Why do our 4x1 always look out of balance?
I wouldn't say always. I would say this. I would say.
I understand. He's saying cohesion plays a huge.
No. I understand what he's saying, but I'm saying, but he said, in the contents before they said here in the States, we look out for ourselves more than we look out for anything else. So, but then I'm saying swimming has cohesiveness. You know what I mean? They win gold medals. They still have the relays, right? Men and women. Agree? So I'm just saying, is it just our male African American athletes that, but I don't think so. I think
our females done horrible too, but they was able to overcome.
No, but I think our Americans can.
We can't. You got to remember, Americans carry a huge ego to these events. Huge ego. We come in being bigger and better than everybody on paper.
You didn't answer the question. Why
I don't have the
do
answer.
we have the fourth fastest men on the
Egos.
track? Ego, so.
Well, see, I disagree. We don't have the four fastest because the dude from Jamaica was the second fastest, and then the other two did. One didn't make it. So I'm saying, at the time, because Jamaica's always going to be a threat.
Here's an example. You
Always.
could use the 4x100 relay. It was the 4x400 relay when the Netherlands came from behind and just snapped. I mean, we were winning by.
Well, we won the 4x4.
No, we didn't. We lost to the Netherlands.
No, we did not. We won.
The women. No, the mixed.
The mix, we won.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. Put it out.
Producer Chris.
Right.
Producer Chris.
Yeah, I'm curious. But isn't that the spirit of just?
We set a world record.
I think the Netherlands came back and beat
We
us.
set a world record in the mix.
We almost lost, that one, the male, because I love to see that
The
16-year-old
mix-
kid do it.
Oh,
But he
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
ready.
He wasn't ready. He got a medal though, right? They gave him a
yeah.
medal. Yeah, because you're on the team, you get a
Yeah.
medal.
And the fastest ever been ranked.
But we lost. We lost.
Yeah, no,
We
Yeah, I was
lost.
gonna
We
say
lost.
they lost.
400 was the nether.
We lost
So they lost it in
Yeah.
the final?
in the finals.
Yeah.
Really?
That goes to your cohesion statement.
But that also says. But isn't that also just like literally competition, right?
Yeah, I think it's
so. They set the record, and they're like, we got to beat this, and
Here
it
it
made
is.
them compete better.
Because the
against-
egos, we set the record in the prelims and
Yeah.
the semis. We're coming in, we're going to walk through this, and they had the lead. The girl walked her down.
I mean, you guys get attest
But-
to this
but-
during
but-
your sporting days.
Yeah,
Not
you-
always the best team wins, right?
Yeah, hey, you know what? And some days you have a bad day. Some day, my energy level, it wasn't right today. You know what I mean? It just happens you can't do it at the Olympics because that might be your only one shot. You know what I mean? And that's what you're going to be known for. But I wish I could hit a home run every day. Some days it just don't happen.
Just doesn't happen, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think sometimes for us, when I was looking at the other countries, they have specialized people. Our people are running every single event. They're running
Yeah.
100, they're running 200,
Well-
then they're running the relay. So they're running two races sometimes in one day, but they're not getting the rest. But sometimes those other teams, they'll have one guy in the 100 and three guys in the relay have been rested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ran that one.
Whose fault is that?
No, it's not anyone's fault. I'm just saying that was just the question that James was saying. How come? It's not no one's fault. But I mean, are you? I'm with you. If you take our four best athletes, right? You're thinking they can get the job done, but you don't know if someone's tired. I mean, you got some guys that have ran, two
We'll go back to
qualifying heats to 200, the 100, and then ran a race for the 100 and the 200. Then they have to run the qualifying race, and then the other guys.
I think the ego plays a huge part in that, Greg, because if you remember, even when we set the record in the mixed race for qualifying, the girl almost got disqualified. She was out of the zone for the baton. If you go back and watch the race, she almost got disqualified.
So you think that's a lack of concentration?
Cohesion. I think it goes back
ego?
to. I think it goes back to James's not practicing enough. I know how to do it already.
No,
You know what I mean? It really goes back to his statement. Yeah.
No. And, it's America. You have the right. I think because at that stage, they're all going to shine together. They're all going. I mean, this is our chance to self-promote. So if we win this, you see the first thing they all had phones. You just self. So I need these other three to be on point so I can be on point. Because if we win, we all get to go. You know what I mean? I can say I was on that. You can't take that away. That's lifetime. So I just think some days are bad, but you're right. Over here, unfortunately with us, we don't want nobody else to have it. We ain't happy when nobody else has it.
Well, we're from Boston. We're used to winning. I don't know what you guys talking about.
No, I'm a 49er fan.
Me and my wife used to winning.
What you guys think about
That's funny.
the women's basketball?
That was going to be my next
Great
question.
game. Great. I mean,
Yeah, dude. I was going to ask that question because again,
it raised
They
the
didn't-
bar on women's basketball.
Well, I tell you what,
yeah.
they lucky they took them pros over there. Like I
Tracy will
said,
be right back.
you know what I mean? They lucky we had some pros. They took everything. But you know what I like? I like when it's close like that. I don't like no beat
Oh
downs.
man, what
Yeah, I
a
agree.
competition that was.
Both games.
I agree.
Number 15, I don't remember
From France?
from France.
Ugh.
She plays in the WNBA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the French national team doesn't let them, they made them play in France, so they couldn't play in the WNBA this year. Yeah,
Oh.
so that's why.
So they-
She's a WNBA player, she's on Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, she played for Chicago.
But
Yeah.
not, she's not there now because, or maybe
It's an
she
Olympic
can go
year.
back.
She'll go back after this year.
I,
maybe?
that I can't answer.
So,
Yeah.
Crazy.
so there's a question for
But there
politics.
was, yeah, there was a
Why
couple
can't you
players
do
on the
that?
French team that are from the WNBA.
Why can't you do that? What do you mean?
He said she couldn't play for the WNBA and the French national team this year. She had to sit out a year.
She's one of the best basketball players I've
Because
seen.
yeah, that's a good question
Yeah.
actually. Well, that's nationally. Like, would we want an American born and bred to play for another team?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see.
Joel Embiid did it.
No, I'm saying, do we? Well, they
Oh,
kind of have
yeah,
to let
the foot was on the line,
because we have
right?
that freedom, right?
He had a choice.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah.
She just broke down. I felt bad for the girl. You know what I mean?
Bad for her.
Who?
I'm happy we won. I said the girl when she took that shot and went in and her foot was on the line.
Yeah.
After she hit the other three, then she comes down and foot
Yeah,
on the
she
line.
should have looked down and saw the line.
What was your guys' favorite events then?
I love the track. I like
Man.
gymnastics.
Yeah.
Watching
How about
Curry.
swimming too? How about swimming
Watching
too?
Curry.
Basketball.
Curry was amazing.
This dude shot a three and walked away before it went in, man.
That's all that's been going around social media. Like his practice shots too, everything. It's crazy.
Did you see the shot he made on when they wiped it off the hook? I mean, this dude is. We got to study this dude.
He's
Yeah.
been talking about that for
That's all. That's the number one comment in social media is like this dude sold his soul
So
for
Greg
accuracy.
walked in when the game was going on. I'm like, Greg, this dude's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Yeah.
This dude shot the ball on two people, turned his back,
And walked off.
was walking away, and
He
True.
pulled the trigger before it went in. He pulled the trigger before it went in. I'm like, man, this dude is unbelievable.
I'm looking at that, I'm like, did this boy just shoot this ball over two? Because remember, he took him to the left, pop out behind the back, went to the right, they tried to cut him off at two, and he shot and turned his
You
back.
could see the perfection in him, as well as Kobe Bryant, when those guys, and I wasn't a Laker fan or a Kobe fan, but those guys left it on the floor. You could tell Kobe.
I think they era though, but I think Kobe grew up the right way, and then Steph with his dad, same
Yeah,
thing. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That era that.
I mean, you can see it in them. These-
But once again, the majority, they're the minority because everyone's not like them.
Yeah.
You know that.
So they're growing up with fathers with money, that know the sport. Think about like.
Respected it.
Did you guys see the LeBron clip with the kid after they won?
Mm-mm.
So there's a clip
But yeah, dude,
going around, and he
You wanted
tells
the
the
picture?
kid, yeah, he
The
tells the
kid
kid, well, how do you guys feel about that?
What happened?
Yeah, he just kind of pushed off this kid, being like, no, and then like,
But it might have been a bad moment, bad time, you know.
It's always a bad time.
But when you got alcohol in your hand, and
no, but
well,
but-
just
but
being the
see,
face
but
of the
understand
NBA.
what-
My question is because he's the
Yeah,
face of the NBA,
so
right?
you can't. Do you ever see Steph having
what I'm saying.
You don't see Steph having a bad moment. You know
You
what I'm
don't see
saying?
them. You didn't see
know,
Kobe having bad moments. You didn't see.
what
them.
did he say to the kid?
He didn't say that. He said no, pushed back like that.
Yeah,
the
he
kid,
did.
and then walked in the club.
Yeah, and that's the number one comment is like you just created a super villain.
I mean, the kid
Because it's
probably looked like
you
a,
know-
a short grown man.
No, it was not even close. Yeah.
See, so I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
What's the
you know.
standard? Is the standard the same, or do we
Yes.
make excuses and
That's what I'm saying.
for
LeBron wants it. That's my point. Is LeBron wants it. He called himself the GOAT at points,
But Curry,
No.
but Curry, I mean, they showed everyone walking out after practices and that. Curry's the only one that went and signed all the autographs every
That's
single
what
day.
I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The whole time till everybody left.
Probably not till they left, but he made time until that bus left.
Yeah, and
Let me
I
ask
just think
you-
it's like humble stuff.
Let me
know what
ask
I
you:
mean?
have you ever been in a mood where you did not want to sign the autograph or take a picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And I had, and then I'd be like, I will after I'm done eating sometimes. But but I mean, it just kind of, but it comes with the job. It
comes with the job.
It comes with the job. You can't just take it when you want it. It comes with the job. Every time's not going to be right for you.
That's it.
But you have a chance to impact people too. You know what I mean? So but dude, I've struck out 4 times and walk out. Dang, I didn't feel like signing autographs, but I had to do it.
Yeah, I just look at it because like when you hear stories about certain players too, and I'll even give props to Tom Brady. No, I'm not a Boston fan, but Tom Brady. Have you heard this story about him? How he had a locker next to his locker because just for people to come in and bring stuff for
His
him
teammates?
to sign.
Yeah.
Teammates, anyone that's in there, he'll sign them everything. after the game. He sits there for hours after the game, signs everything. You know what I mean? And like that, he doesn't have to do that. You know what I mean? You don't have to sit there. You don't even have to tell.
Nolan Ryan was the same way. We would go to Texas or whatever.
I have his signature.
Nolan Ryan was the same way.
I have Nolan Ryan.
The club used to be like, he would do it all the way up to like 2 hours before the game. Whatever you want signed, he'll sign.
Yeah. I was that kid, man. There, 5 o'clock when the game opens for 7. You know what I mean? Because you want, like, again, it's just that stuff of like, you have the opportunity to play out your dreams. So it's like, don't crush kids' dreams in the process.
But you know, sometimes you're not trying to.
I know you don't. I know.
Because sometimes you see from baseball, you see the same people every single day,
Yeah.
and you know what they're doing. They're taking
That's
it,
a
they're
different
selling
story.
it, and they're taking it to the card guy, collector over here.
I agree.
They're using the kid as a pawn. So sometimes you be like, hey man, after the third day in a row, you put 4 cards each day.
Yep.
You know, we got to slow down a little
Did
bit.
we even
I
get-
agree with that.
Yeah.
But those are, you can tell those circumstances though, and you can
But
tell
you
the
see him
ones
every
that aren't
day,
there.
same time.
How did
Yeah.
you know he didn't see that kid before?
You don't. You don't.
I mean, I
know?
never thought about it until Greg said that.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
But I'm saying, but I'm not saying that's everybody. I'm just saying it's part of, it's a business.
Yeah, I'm on social media too. You know, my wife's basically Gen Z, and I got 2 young kids. So when you look at these things that kids are passing around these days, that you're like, the number one, the one I see all the time is like, Michael just had, and it's like a picture of Scottie Pippen, and then like LeBron's teammates over the years that got him his 4 champions, and you're just like, yeah, you do think about, those.
Michael didn't lose when he got
those
there.
super never lost.
Yeah,
6-0.
but
Yeah.
LeBron had, sometimes it was LeBron and 4 plumbers.
Not during his wins.
No.
Not during his wins. He lost 6 times in the finals.
And-
LeBron has lost as many
Yeah,
as Jordan
but
won.
in Cleveland when he won it with J.R. Smith. It was LeBron.
Oh yeah, it was LeBron, but
Are you counting Scotty as a great player?
Yeah. I mean, I think he was a.
When he left Michael, what happened?
when Michael left Scott,
Well, no, Scotty
I'm
wasn't.
talking about when he went to Portland.
Scotty wasn't a great player. He was a compliment
complimentary player.
to Michael. He's a compliment. He
Yeah, you
wasn't a
need
great
that.
player.
Just like the rest of them guys that was compliments too.
LeBron.
But,
but
Scotty
Michael's
was the
killer
highest
attitude.
compliment.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Scotty
So
was.
Chris Boss, Dwayne Wade.
There's
But that's
just-
like
I don't
that's
know,
like.
man. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you, dude. There was just something about like when you just knew they were gonna win.
No. But I'm just.
I'd put Scotty up there with Klay Thompson.
Yeah, that's fair.
I get
Yeah.
you with that. He ain't up there with Barkley. He ain't with them. He ain't with Malone. He's
Barkley and Malone.
You
didn't
just
win.
you just said
Malone-
2 Hall of
Malone
Famers
won
that
on
that MJ
Lakers.
denied right there.
But Malone won the one on the
Champions.
Lakers.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
No, they didn't win.
Yeah, he
Malone.
never won.
He won with Gary Payton.
They didn't win. Gary Payton won the next year with the Heat.
No,
They didn't win the year the 2004. They lost to Detroit.
I thought Malone won one with the
I don't
Lakers.
No,
think
they
Malone
made
ever
it to
won
that
one.
finals. Peyton, Malone. It was like, how did you lose that? They lost to Detroit. They lost to Detroit. Yeah, Malone never got he never won. And then
Nor did Barkley.
luckily Peyton went to the Heat after, and he won with Shaq and Wade on his first one in 06
Well, if anybody played
or 05.
in the same era with 23, you wasn't getting up.
That was what I was saying. He denied all those great players.
That's like
Barkley,
Tom Brady.
how did Barkley not win one?
Tom Brady.
Who did LeBron deny?
Bro, LeBron was in the finals every year
But
almost.
who did he deny?
But he won 4 and 6.
That means you got a great
He
team.
he denied San Antonio one year.
Then the next year he got the brain.
Okay, you're one for.
He only asked one question.
No, but that's you only gave one answer. He went 6 times.
6.
Yeah, but he was in the finals every year.
To me, it's an easy-
He is the guy. But he's not that guy.
Yeah,
He's
I
not-
I don't think it's
he's
fair to compare him and Michael. I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
Michael was a different beast.
It's different eras as well.
No, just a different beast.
Yeah.
LeBron couldn't play in that beat 'em up era.
I mean,
they-
we don't. People adapt. I don't know. I don't think it's fair to even say that.
No, these kids today wouldn't have adapted, man. Bruh, it's a-
I think you're right. I think
I
you're
think
right a little
LeBron's
bit.
a
I
little
think people
different.
do adapt.
I think
LeBron's
LeBron's
like
different.
built so like he's the perfect specimen too.
Yeah.
Like MJ had to like build, bulk up and
LeBron
yeah.
came in looking like magic,
Yeah, but yeah, okay, yeah, he came in looking like it, but he didn't.
and he maintained it.
Yeah, he's blessed. He takes care of it. He has maintained it. But I'm saying Michael played against the best basketball players in the world
That's
at that
it,
time.
exactly.
That era was from Bird to
Yep.
Magic to
I don't
Kareem.
think he's better than Michael, but I don't think it's fair to compare the two. Is what I'm
I
saying.
get it.
But it comes down to it. I mean, it's like any sport, you know.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth, Willie Mays,
And it
Willie
happens at
Mays,
the
Barry
end of
Bonds.
careers, especially.
So, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, the rest.
Yeah.
It's just conversation piece. You know what I
So-
mean? It's just something to talk about. So
Yeah.
so I'm saying it's just not one guy or
No, it's not.
and I hate when people come down and say what makes a great player, and they're talking about Charles and Malone and all those guys, and I'm like, so they're not great because they didn't win a championship. You know what I mean?
Right.
To me, that's an inadequate
I
statement. to me.
agree.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. But
Well,
yeah,
but just not Shaq. But I'm just talking about sports writers or anybody. Stephen A. and the rest of them saying, well, they're not good players. They're not considered great because they didn't win championships.
yeah. But I do look at like that Jordan
Most of the
era,
people that
and
say-
it's like there's two guys, Jordan and Kobe. I feel like literally just went after championships.
Most
and
of
did
the
whatever
people-
they could to win, and all of their stats fell in line with that.
You got to say
Whereas
Larry
I feel
Bird,
like
too, man. You got Larry Bird.
That's
Larry
true,
Legend,
yeah.
man. You can't count
Yeah.
him out, dog. Yeah, killer.
no, he was amazing.
A
Yeah.
killer.
No, and I think I think because like those that era got overshadowed again. I mean, those, come on, Lakers and Boston in the 80s.
And asked them, which one of y'all getting second? Dude, that's confident.
Yeah,
He walks in and say, which one of y'all getting second?
yeah,
He letting you know. One of y'all gonna have to get second.
yeah. No,
What about when he shot left hand the whole time?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
He
That's
shot left hand and scored 40.
And then did he say, "Oh yeah, I forgot"?
I think he got pissed at what was it? He got pissed at Detroit.
That's a long one there, boy.
I forgot.
Didn't he get pissed at Detroit or Phoenix for putting a white boy on him? Remember he made that statement?
Oh, really told him to say, man.
Yeah, I can't believe y'all put a white boy on me.
He said that about a lot of brothers, too.
Yeah.
He said him and who else?
Larry was no joke. Yeah.
You talking about competitor? But that whole era, man, you had to be a
That's
competitor,
it.
or you couldn't have made it. You could go down to Rod Harper, Tim Hardaway, my boy Rock, Mitch Richmond,
Tim Hardaway,
Kevin
yeah.
Johnson. I mean, everybody was a killer, man. I mean,
Yeah.
the way they played. These guys are helping each other up. Back then, they was pushing each other down, stepping on them, on top,
Yeah.
over. Now they helping them up. My bad, dog. Come on.
Jordan
Let me have
Elliott said
it.
the other day, could you imagine Jordan calling Dream up? Hey, man, let me come play with you. You know what Dream would have told him? Man, I'll meet you in the championship, partner. I don't want to be on your team.
But that's how they
You
are.
guys want to team up.
Competition.
I think Giannis doesn't have that. Giannis has that attitude like a king.
Like he don't want to be with nobody.
Yeah, I can.
No.
Giannis
Giannis
has
is a
it.
killer. Giannis
has
is a
it,
killer, though.
yeah.
Giannis, that man plays hard. He plays both ends of the game. He does have Dame now, but he didn't go. But I mean, he had good. They shouldn't have broke up their team that won the championship.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't even know why they fired a coach.
First of all,
He in Phoenix now.
Holiday.
The best all defender ever.
Man.
You're pretty close.
That I'm about to say that Scotty boy. He ain't Michael Jordan, but boy, when he put the clamps on you.
Yeah.
Well, you got the glove too, but I'm just saying. But I'm saying, how did they play? He played multiple positions, dude.
Yeah.
He's the best unsung
He's
hero.
well-rounded.
Unsung,
Holiday's
well,
well-rounded.
but dude, you had to be able to go both ways. But you had to be able to go both ways back then playing that league, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, no, it was a hard league.
Bro, Rod Strickland is the reason Calipari's so successful. Rod Strickland used to go in the hood and get all those kids from Kentucky or Calipari, wherever he was. Strickland did all that work. But what about Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish?
Hold on. You just mentioned the best low post man outside of King that ever played the game. Kevin McHale. That's the best.
I mean, that was an era right there. That team.
I had a
You know,
poster with Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Larry Bird. It said the Jolly Green Giants. I kept that poster for like 12 years and got damaged in a fire.
That's crazy though.
Jolly Green Giants.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, what they were in? It was either the Lakers or Boston. They were in every championship in the 80s.
But you know, it kind of upsets me a lot when people don't give Barkley 6'3", and can nobody do nothing with it in the NBA.
I thought Traylor was going to be another Barkley. Remember Traylor from Michigan?
Yeah.
He didn't have members.
Did you ever see they did a bench press with Barkley and Shaq, I think, and Barkley like smoked him. He did like 400 something on a bench press, like no,
But
like hadn't been training and was retired.
Shaq be
I
talking
could not
about,
believe
"Oh,
it."
but you ain't got no championship. But if you'd have called Shaq and Barkley, and both of them at they peak, Barkley would have busted him up.
Oh, there's all those videos. Those are all over right now.
And Barkley could whoop up.
just for his, I mean, when he was in Philly, when he, man,
But MJ denied it.
He was a monster.
93 MVP finals.
He was
Like you said, just because he didn't win a
Damn.
chip does not make him not a great. He's one of the best, and I hear he's one of the best people to ever
He is,
meet.
but he's even a better person.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
Shaq.
Shaq's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, most of the guys in the era, man, for the most part, were good guys. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And there's only that 1 to 2% that, in
But again-
sports period, that were assholes.
Shaq felt like raised right. I worked on his show, on Shaq's Life, with the TNT show for a while. And yeah, he'd just bust balls. Like he'd hang with the crew. You know what I mean? Like he's that down. And he's retired, you know, 4 championships, you know, everything in the world, retired, hanging out with the crew. He'd rather hang out with the crew than the producers, you know, because,
That's what most good
yeah.
guys do anyway. Because most of my good friends that was in the organization, not
Mhm.
players, was the equipment man, the trainer. Because I would go in the equipment room, I get down with be cool with them because I can always get what I need.
That you want.
That's why I brought up LeBron though, because I'm like, is he going to be hanging out with the crew? That's what I'm saying. That was because you see he's shooting dice in the corner with
shooting dice with the people, with the regular folks.
Yeah, that's what
That's regular people
that's
stuff, man.
yeah.
That's
My point. My whole point on that whole thing was that we, the viewers, the regular people, can see through it. We see through it, and that's why those clips come up, and that's why that stuff surfaces, because they're like, we kind of get that stuff.
Anytime you get negativity, though, you know,
Yeah.
that's what sells. Anytime you get a chance to
Right.
Oh,
put,
yeah,
put a
no.
scar,
I don't think it's
throw a
fair.
dart,
I agree.
or put a scar on somebody.
But haven't you ever just like watched them and you're like, I don't know about that guy? Just that feeling. It's like it's
Either you like them, or you know, there's a lot of people that love them. You know,
I agree, yeah.
You know, so
No, there are.
it just depends.
Yeah.
You know who's that guy for
Yeah.
you? You know,
like when you played, people thought you was arrogant. You know what I mean?
no,
I don't think so.
No,
No.
I'm just saying. I mean, it was some people
There were definitely
yeah.
people in that
Yeah,
era,
yeah.
the Jeff Kents, the Jeff
thought
Kents.
that you was ass.
there probably were some people who thought I was an asshole or whatever. You know what I mean? They didn't know me, you know, but just making assumptions.
Yeah, that's
You,
true.
you know,
Yeah.
not saying that I'm
Bro,
not
you're one
an
of the
asshole.
best
sometimes.
people on the planet, bro.
No, I appreciate that, but I'm just saying it's just
Everybody has their moments.
you're
We're human,
Yeah, for sure.
and that's
we are.
point. And I'm not saying that I'm not forgiving on that. I just like, yeah.
I didn't see it.
Well, I just look at things like, from that perspective of like how kids deal with, like, if you want to get new fans, you want to get new, viewership, or you want to keep the train going, like what we're doing. Literally what we're doing for little leaguers and this new era with the Negro League documentary that we're doing, that kind of stuff is like you bring light to these things and you're,
And
bettering
LeBron is
things
held
for
to
the
the
next
highest
generation.
standard.
Yeah, that's it.
He's held to the highest standard.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't it be fair to ask him what happened or what was he thinking at the moment before we rush to judgment? Wouldn't it be fair?
Yeah, but
I agree.
at the same time, if we're gonna take that with him, we have to take that with every single person because he's no different. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's held to a high standard.
But I'm just saying, if we're gonna do that for him, we have to do that for everybody because that's highest standard or the lowest standard.
No, I think we should. I think we should hold.
Everybody
Bro,
has to
I had
become-
to ask you 4
I think
times
people
to take
in
a
those-
picture.
Yeah, you guys-
James still ain't take one with me yet.
No, but I do think. Okay, so
Took it right there.
Yeah, he
I
should.
still ain't seen it up.
It's printing. But
do you think it was a privilege to play in the NFL? Do you think it was a privilege to play in the
Oh, yeah,
MLB?
for sure.
Okay, so therefore, I think that you are held to a higher standard than regular people, right? To a degree.
like to elaborate on what both of them were saying, it also doesn't justify us not being human beings too. That we are.
Oh, I
that we
totally
do-
agree with you on
You know,
that.
we're going to catch feelings, or we're going to
Mhm.
feel some type of way
Yeah.
because of something that's going on in our life, and it might not be that that little boy's fault or somebody's fault at the time, but they might be the brunt of it because of the situation that's going on in our personal life,
sure.
or our game or whatever. Like I
And
said,
we never take into consideration, because sometimes an athlete may be going through a divorce or something, and they don't show
Or
it.
just not playing well.
Yeah.
Just you got the whole country.
Yep.
I mean, you the whole
But
state
think
on
about
you.
that mental challenge there, Greg. Like, and then you got to put up like, how you doing? Yeah, come on.
You know, it's like the
It gets
"Here,
tiring.
give me that. Here, you know, here,
It is. But, you know, I also compare it to the dude that, you know, maybe he works in 120-degree construction for 12 hours a day just to, you know, bring home, you know, whatever, just groceries on the table for the kid. He has to do it, like, with no complaints. I mean, my grandfather worked construction for 50 years, died of a heart attack, never got to enjoy anything. And you look at that, and you sacrifice the sacrifices some people make, not for anything other than, you know, just for the betterment of certain
but,
people.
you know, I think, Josh, in hindsight, it goes back to people are people. You know, people.
I agree.
You know, humans are humans. You know, they're not going to always be on point. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna have bad days and good days. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
you know, that one's gonna put a little scar, a little blip, and it's not even gonna be a blip because, like you said, LeBron is big. You know, he's the biggest.
Yeah.
So you know, they're gonna forget about it, and it's already forgotten by half the
It's a
people.
new cycle.
LeBron, you know what
It's the
LeBron
new
could
cycle.
do? He could actually send a tweet to that kid, and it'll make up for everything.
That
He
was
could
kinda
literally
what I-
do
yeah.
that,
Yeah, but they ain't gonna make it for these clowns.
but it would satisfy the
Yeah.
kid,
That's it.
and that's the point. See,
There you
now
go.
now
That's not the point. Is now everybody think you're a douchebag.
We're not
yeah,
even-
but who cares? But like,
He
But-
cares. He's a carer.
integrity.
He's that type of
Yeah,
dude.
but
If he
it's
cared, though, he wouldn't do that stuff.
no, what if it was an oversight?
Okay.
And he goes, and you know what, man? And someone brought it to his attention.
The difference between these clips is like there's no news person telling you, you know, how to feel about it. It's just a clip. Somebody just filmed it, they threw it up, and you come to your own conclusion.
That's what's so good about the media today.
or lack of media.
Lack of
Yeah.
Everybody's their own media
That's
outlet.
That's it. You make your own decision. That's the way it should be, though. It should. That's why the old news used to be the Walter Cronkite, like you talked about.
Bring it to me.
So-
Draw your own conclusion.
With that being
Yep.
said,
That's a
we
good
got-
way to wrap this
we
up.
wrap it up. Look that guy. Don't be that guy. Look that guy
Don't
in
be
there.
that guy.